Welcome to a special bumper edition of the Cinch SPFL Scottish Football Roundup, bringing you all the highlights from the latest fixtures in the Cinch Championship, League 1 and League 2. Coming up, our Goalkeeper Ali Adams scores a screamer in an incredible outfield cameo. 5-star Falkirk score some cracking goals as they sweep aside near neighbours Stirling. Stenhousemuir keep on trucking at the top of Cinch League 2. And Louis Moult shines for Dundee United in a midweek win at Gayfield. The weekend's football kicked off on Friday evening at MATCHDAYS. The hosts getting off to a flyer, with Tony Watt pouncing in the Thistle box to put his side a goal up after just 7 minutes. The striker marking his 30th birthday with a goal. United kept on the front foot early on, though unable to convert a chance from this corner. The away side's first effort at goal came from Stephen Lawless, who was unable to pick out the top corner. Thistle kept pushing for an equaliser during this promising spell. Aidan Fitzpatrick creating space for himself but missing the mark. The second half saw the hosts regain attacking momentum, Kai Fotheringham sliding this chance narrowly past the post after good work. And Louis Moult would be the next to have a crack, but United's search for a second went on. That was until the 86th minute, when goalscorer Watt created space for himself just inside the box and beat Jamie Snedden at his near post with a fine finish. The attacker looks to be back to his best for United. But Watt's night was far from over. 89 minutes on the clock when Glenn Middleton's cross picked out the striker who completed his hat-trick. The perfect birthday gift and 3 big points for United at MATCHDAYS. Starks Park has been the place to be for excitement this season, and this game was no different. Rovers going close early on, but Aidan Connolly stroking just wide. Kevin Dabrowski has been one of the division's top stoppers thus far. He showed his class here to firstly keep out a powerful Leighton McIntosh header, before recovering and producing a flying fingertip save to deny Scott Stewart. The game's opening goal would come in the 34th minute. Short, sharp passing with Dylan Easton there to apply the finish. Easton showing his class under pressure once again. And Easton would shine yet again soon after. Silky footwork down the left, with the ball breaking for Lewis Vaughan, who put it narrowly wide. The second half would see Rovers remain in control. A cross from Connolly on 61 minutes, finding the head of Jack Hamilton, who made it 2-0. Hamilton scoring against a team where he had spent 2 spells on loan. Rovers' hunt for a third goal would almost come to fruition soon after. Connolly curling this one just past Eric Gaston's post. A lack of options on Arbroath's bench forced the away side to bring substitute goalkeeper Ali Adams on outfield in place of the injured Aaron Steele. A substitution which etched itself forever in Scottish football folklore when Adams did this in the 76th minute. An astonishing strike from a player whose sub-appearance also marked their debut at championship level. And with momentum on their side, Arbroath pushed for a leveller. Handed a golden chance when referee Ewan Anderson awarded a penalty for a handball in the 81st minute. It would be striker McIntosh to step up and slam the ball down the middle to level things up. Arbroath's number 9 with his first goal since mid-September. Rovers had a chance to snatch it late on, but Gaston did enough to keep the ball out the net. 2-2 the final score, with Ali Adams rightfully stealing the headlines. Queen's Park welcomed Airdrie to Hampden on Saturday, the Spiders going close to an early opener through Patrick Jarrett. Chances were hard to come by for Airdrie in the first half, the best of which falling to Lewis McGregor, who was well blocked by the Queen's defence. The hosts would be awarded a penalty on 34 minutes. Josh Ray penalised for a mistimed challenge on Jack Turner. Captain Dom Thomas stepped up and fired home to open the scoring despite Ray's best efforts. The skipper on target for the first time since early September. Airdrie came out fighting on the front foot in the second half. Nikolai Todorov handed a big opportunity which he was unable to take. Todorov would get another crack at goal again soon after, the striker excellently rounding Callum Ferry but denied by the woodwork. But Airdrie's goal would come from the resulting corner, defender Mason Hancock powering home at the near post on 66 minutes. A first goal in the diamond for the former Aberdeen youth. The hunt for a winner for Airdrie would be spearheaded by Todorov, the striker again foiled by Ferry. And at the other end, former Motherwell man Stuart McKinstry had a chance to win it for Queens, but saw his effort well snuffed out by Ray. And in the dying embers, Airdrie would launch one final attack. Todorov burning down the right, cutting inside, keeping his cool, and finding the net in the 93rd minute. A huge late winner from Todorov and 3 hard-fought points for Airdrie. The Pars travelled west to Somerset Park on Saturday and started on the front foot, with Alex Jakubiak opening the scoring with just 3 minutes on the clock. The striker bagging his first goal for the club. And what's the old saying, wait for one and two come along at once. Jakubiak doubling his and his side's tally just 6 minutes later. The attacker showing excellent composure in the area for this one. Ben Summers attempted to make it 3 from range, but was denied by Robbie Much. Jakubiak almost turned provider after a great run here, but Craig Whiten was unable to finish. And Whiten had a chance to return the favour after an excellent driving run, but Jakubiak couldn't find the net. After an early onslaught from Dunfermline, Ayr would kick into gear in the 41st minute, Aidan McGeady pulling a goal back for the hosts. A composed finish from the experienced winger. The second half would be one of fewer chances, but a big one would fall for Frankie Musonda on 63 minutes, with the defender nodding home. The Zambian international with his first of the season. Dunfermline pushed for a late winner through Owen Moffat, but to no avail. 2-2 the final score. Cally Thistle welcomed Morton to the Highlands on a chilly weekend. The hosts with the better of the early play, but unable to force an opening. Clear chances were hard to come by in this one, Charlie Gilmore trying one from range here. Cally remained marginally on top going into the second half. Billy Mackay with the game's best chance to that point, but unable to beat Ryan Mullen. The hosts certainly looked the more likely to score, Gilmore working a good angle but unable to keep cool on the finish. The first real chance for Morton would fall for striker Robbie Muirhead. The attacker will be disappointed he didn't make more of this one. The Ton thought they had a shout for a penalty from Lewis McGrattan's deflected shot, but referee Colin Stephen disagreed. And in a game of few clear-cut opportunities, one final half chance would come for Cali midfielder David Carson, one which he fired wide. Goalless at the Caledonian Stadium. Here's how the Cinch Championship table stood after the weekend's action. Raith dropping points at home allowed Dundee United to close the gap to just 3 points at the top. Victory at Hampden moved Airdrie to within 2 points of 4th place Dunfermline, while home defeat saw 10th placed Queen's Park lose ground on the teams above.
Hangs went off at the back post and Cam Austin very nearly opening the scoring.
Miller to deliver, hangs it in, up goes Henderson! The opening goal comes after 2.5 minutes, and it's big Liam Henderson rising highest in the box. Spencer rolls it short to Miller. Miller able to turn, shapes an angle to shoot! A special goal from Calvin Miller! Another absolute peach! Up goes Cummins. Tenacious play by Calvin Miller to win the ball back. Has a chance to turn here, Miller. Hangs one in towards McKeever! Fabulous Falkirk football once again! Miller the provider, McKeever the scorer! Here's Spencer now. Falkirk shifting through the gears as Calvin Miller. Here's Banner. Rolls it looking for Dunsmore, but it's a good sliding challenge from Leon McCann, and Falkirk could be on their way here. It's Calvin Miller, goes inside on his right, lays it for Spencer! Brilliant! Just brilliant! Falkirk firing on all cylinders in this first half. He is on some form at the moment. Miller brings it forward. Here's McCann. Can Falkirk add a fifth? Not quite yet. Maybe with Henderson. Back for Henderson! Curry sends the goal kick downfield. Lang challenged by Hilson. Ball picked up by Carrick, who strikes one, and it's a good save from Nicky Hogarth. McCann still going. Now challenged by Miller, but slides it through for Calvin Miller, who lays it back. It's Aidan Nesbitt! Miller sweeps it to Nesbitt. Good first touch and a second. Nesbitt still carrying. Clips one in. Will come for Oliver! Brilliant goal from Gary Goals! Gary Oliver curling one in. Cooking on gas once again. McCann sends one in, it's Oliver! And it's another big save from Blair Curry. Falkirk will be swinging this one in via Nesbitt. Up goes Lang. And it's just over the top.
Second placed Hamilton travelled to the capital on Saturday. City keeper Andy McNeil doing well to keep the away side out early on. But it wouldn't take long for the first goal to arrive. Kyle MacDonald twisting in the box on 12 minutes and firing beyond McNeil for 1-0. The midfielder has been one of the signings of the season in Cinch League 1. Aki certainly looked in the mood at Meadowbank. McNeil doing well to keep Kevin O'Hara out this time round. But the second goal for Aki's would arrive not before long. MacDonald again the scorer, this time thumping one home from range on 19 minutes. The midfielder's third goal at Meadowbank this season. The attacking play from Aki's was relentless early on. Mikey Hewitt adding a composed third goal in the 24th minute. Hewitt's first goal since his summer switch from Ayr. The away side were cutting the host open at will in this one. Ewan Henderson ghosting into the box on the half-hour mark to add a fourth. The attacker with his 7th league goal of the campaign. And Aki's first half onslaught wasn't quite done yet. O'Hara riding a challenge in the box to make it 5 on 32 minutes. An incredible attacking display from John Rankin's side. Though the second half would see the hosts begin to have some joy themselves. Uzi C finishing well to pull one back in the 47th minute. The striker scoring in back-to-back league outings. Robbie Mann has been arguably City's standout performer this season. He almost pulled another back here. And Mann's attacking endeavour would be rewarded on 68 minutes, turning smartly outside the box and finishing low to make it 5-2. The winger with a goal in each of his last 4 outings. Though Accies would soon enough regain control. Andy Winter going mightily close to making it 6, but denied by the crossbar. And at the death, Winter would have another chance to grab a goal, the woodwork again foiling the forward. 5-2 Accies the final score. It was Derby Day in the south, with Annan making the short trip to Palmerston. Queen's looking the more likely early on, but Kieran McKechnie unable to find the net. But it would be the visitors to take the early initiative. Aidan Smith with a brilliant finish on 31 minutes to put Annan a goal up on the road. Smith with his 7th goal in all competitions this term. But the lead wouldn't last too long. A stroke of genius from Queen's winger Craig McGuffey, who weaved his way through the Annan defence on 38 minutes and levelled the scores. A Messi-esque goal from one of the division's silkiest dribblers. The second half saw both sides push hard to find a winner. Annan striker Tommy Goss will be wondering how he was unable to beat Harry Stone here. And at the other end, Annan were made to pay. A quick counter-attack on 61 minutes, with Queen's hero Gavin Riley finding the bottom corner to make it 2-1. 12 goals in all this term, Riley is back to his very best. Annan's next chance would fall for Goss, who couldn't keep this header down. The away side thought they had a shout for a penalty when Goss went down late on. Shouts waved away by referee Peter Stewart, with Goss eventually being booked for dissent. And the striker would find himself in trouble in added time, shown a second yellow and subsequent red for this foul. Queen's taking the bragging rights at Palmerston. Montrose played host to Cove Rangers at Links Park, the Mole going close to an opening goal when Ali Shrive fired just over. The early goal would come from Montrose in the 10th minute. Good work from Blair Lyons providing Kane Hester with a chance, which he took expertly well. 9 goals in all competitions, it's been a good start to life at Links Park for Hester. But Cove came back into proceedings fairly quickly, Romain Barrel firing just wide on this occasion. Barrel is a player who just cannot stop scoring at the moment. He levelled things up on 42 minutes with a neat finish. This Barrel's 7th goal in the month of December. Cove kept on the front foot in the second half, Barrel going close to grabbing another here. It seemed like just a matter of time before Cove scored again, another chance going begging for Barrel here. It was wave after wave of Cove attacks, Josh Kerr this time stinging the palms of Cammy Gill. And having rode out the storm, Montrose were handed a huge chance when referee Gavin Duncan awarded the hosts a penalty on 67 minutes. A penalty taken by Michael Gardine, which was excellently kept out by Nick Suman. Cove retook control towards the end and had a huge chance to win it through Scott Williamson, who was well stopped by Gill. A point apiece in Angus. Here's how the Cinch League 1 table sits after the weekend's action. Falkirk remain 5 points clear at the top after their 5-0 win over Stirling Albion. Cove Rangers lose ground on the teams above with a draw at Links Park, while Queen of the South move to within 2 points of the playoff places after victory over Annan. League leaders Stenhousemuir travel to New Douglas Park to face Clyde on Saturday. Top scorer Matthew Aitken put the Warriors a goal up on 14 minutes. Aitken is one of the very best finishers in the SPFL. The hosts attempted to hit back quickly, Jai Stevenson creating space but firing this one just wide. It was a first half of few chances, Stenhousemuir unable to double their lead through Gregor Buchanan here. But the away side would find that all-important second goal beyond the hour mark, Aitken grabbing his second of the game on 66 minutes. The striker is in red-hot form at the moment. Clyde began to knock at the door again late on, Logan Donaghy nodding this one just wide of the mark. And Stenny would be reduced to 10 men on 74 minutes. Ross Taylor shown a straight red card for a poor tackle. Clyde would make the man advantage count in added time when Donaghy pulled one back for the hosts. But the damage was already done. Another big win for Stenhousemuir. Stenny's nearest challengers faced a tough trip to Borough-Briggs. Rory McAllister with the first real chance, but unable to take it. Elgin had early chances of their own. Rob Jones with an extremely ambitious effort here. But it would be the hosts who would take a shock lead. Ryan McClellan firing Elgin a goal up in the 39th minute. A brilliant finish from the young attacker. Into the second half and Peterhead hunting an equaliser. This audacious Hamish Ritchie strike sailing just wide. The away side were certainly knocking at the door, McAllister going close to a leveller here. But those missed chances would come back to haunt Peterhead, the home side doubling their lead on 62 minutes through Jones. Despite being missed by the camera, it was the striker's second of the season. Peterhead fought hard for a way back. Elgin keeper Tom McHale with some outstanding shot stopping to keep the Blue Toon at bay. But the big chance Peterhead were looking for would eventually come, awarded a penalty kick deep into added time for a foul in the area. Kieran Shanks stepped up and coolly slotted it away to reduce the deficit. But Elgin held on for all 3 points after an impressive home display. Forfar welcomed the Fifers to Station Park. Loons midfielder Seb Ross going close from a free kick. The hosts were well on top in the early going. Josh Skelly forcing a great save from Alan Fleming here. It seemed like a matter of time for Forfar, Ross being denied by the post this time round. But the Loons were reduced to 10 men on 37 minutes. Skelly shown a straight red card for a heavy challenge. And from the resulting free kick, East Fife almost scored. Nathan Austin well stopped by Mark McCallum on the stretch. It was a second half of few clear chances. Brogan Walls the next to be kept out by McCallum. It ended goalless in Angus. Here's a look at the latest standings in Cinch League 2. Stenhousemuir moved 9 points clear at the top, thanks to their win at Clyde. Points for East Fife and Forfar keep both sides in 7th and 8th places respectively. And Elgin's win over Peterhead moves them 6 points clear of bottom side Clyde. Tuesday was Derby Day in the Kingdom of Fife. Dunfermline the first side to go close when Chris Hamilton nodded this one just wide. But like they've done on more than one occasion this season, Raith took the lead at East End Park. Daniel O'Reilly scoring from close range after just 11 minutes. O'Reilly with his second goal in Raith colours. Rovers are one of the SPFL's most dangerous attacking teams at present. Dennis Mehmet had to be sharp to keep Josh Mullen at bay here. And Mullen would cause issues for Dunfermline again soon after, this time firing just wide. The Pars would begin to kick into gear soon enough. On loan Celtic teenager Ben Summers showing his class with an excellent equaliser in the 38th minute. A brilliant first senior goal from the youngster. Raith would have a chance to restore the lead before the break. Mullen again having a pop, but Mehmet equal to it once more. The second half would see Raith start again on the front foot. 51 minutes on the clock when this corner kick was turned home by O'Reilly for his second of the afternoon. The defender showing his attacking prowess on Derby Day. The hosts were understandably desperate to salvage something from this one. Aaron Comrie bringing the best out of Kevin Dabrowski here. And just moments later, Dunfermline would have another chance. Alex Jakubiak this time, with the forward seeing his strike narrowly shave the crossbar. The Pars kept pushing right till the death, but it wasn't enough. Raith picking up their fourth derby win on the bounce. Dundee United made the short trip to Gayfield on Tuesday afternoon, but it was the hosts who had the first chance, Jack Walton having to be at his best to deny Leighton McIntosh. The away side though would soon take control, assist king Glenn Middleton forcing a neat save from Derek Gaston at his near post. And United would find the opener shortly before the break, Tony Watt latching onto a neat through ball before squaring for Louis Moult to finish on 38 minutes. United's star strikers combining to great effect. Jim Goodwin's side came flying out the traps in the second half. Middleton latching onto a long ball in the 48th minute and dinking over Gaston for 2-0. Middleton has been one of the division's top performers this season. And it wouldn't be long before United would add a third. Great work from Kai Fotheringham on the right, his cross being turned home by Moult from close range on 53 minutes. The striker taking his tally to 10 in all competitions. United kept on the attack right till the end. Declan Glass denied a fourth by strong hands from Gaston. Glass was clearly keen to impress and went close again deep into added time. Gaston again foiling the young midfielder. 3-0 United the final score. Queen's Park travelled to Firhill to face near neighbours Partick Thistle. Dom Thomas trying his luck for an early opening goal. Brian Graham continues to be one of the division's top strikers, but he couldn't open the scoring here. Stephen Lawless is always a threat when cutting in from the right, his curling effort going narrowly past the post. Thistle would find the opening goal from a corner kick in the 27th minute. Harry Milne in the right place at the right time for the Jags. A brilliantly timed run and finish from the fullback. But the lead wouldn't last for long. Rory Payton pouncing on a moment of indecision from the Thistle defence to level things up in 31 minutes. Payton with his 13th in all competitions in 23-24. Thistle would regain control of the match in the second half. 48 minutes on the clock when Aidan Fitzpatrick fired home at the back post to restore the Jags' 1-goal advantage. An excellent finish from the tricky attacker. The hosts had a great chance to make it 3 when Fitzpatrick found Graham, but the striker put the chance just wide. They kept on pushing though and found the third goal on 85 minutes. Lewis Nielsen with his first professional goal. An excellent header from the on-loan Hearts youngster. Queens had a chance to pull another goal back at the death. A chance taken by Payton with a precisely taken free kick. But Thistle held on for all 3 points. Morton hoped to return to winning ways on home soil on Tuesday afternoon. Robbie Muirhead going close to a spectacular opening goal. But it would be Muirhead who would open the scoring. A cute ball into the area with the striker heading home from close range on 35 minutes. An excellent striker's finish from Muirhead. The next big chance for the Ton would come to Kirk Broadfoot, his cushioned volley going just over the top. Morton were well on top going into the second half. Robbie Crawford hitting the post, with Cameron Blues unable to capitalise. Muirhead is a player who is capable of producing the spectacular. This goal on 57 minutes, up there with his very best. A brilliant run and a thumping finish to boot. And just 2 minutes later, Muirhead would complete his hat-trick. Neat play from Morton, with Muirhead lashing home with his left foot. Header, right foot, left foot, a perfect hat-trick for Morton's main man in attack. The hosts kept pressing for more late into the game, but had to settle for 3. A brilliant Capello display from Dougie Emery's men. Airdrie welcomed Cally Thistle to Lanarkshire, hoping to make it back-to-back wins. The hosts looking most likely to score early on. Neat play from Mason Hancock almost garnered a chance for Airdrie, but the Cally defence dealt with it well. Airdrie kept on top in the second half, Kanayo Megwa forcing a smart stop from Mark Ridgers to keep things level. But from the resulting corner, Airdrie would take the lead. Former Cally forward Nikolai Todorov nodding home on 61 minutes. Todorov with his second goal in the space of a few days. Gabby McGill was next to go close for the Diamonds. Ridgers though equal to the volley. But it would be another cross which would undo the Cally defence once more. Callum Fordyce heading home Airdrie's second in the 84th minute. The Diamonds well on their way to back-to-back wins. Fordyce would have another chance to score at the death, but couldn't force the ball home this time round. 2-0 the final score. Now for a look at the latest standings in the Cinch Championship after a full card of midweek fixtures. It's as you were at the top after both Wraith and Dundee United scored victories away from home. Airdrie jump into the playoff places thanks to their home win over Cally Thistle, while Morton's recent upturn in form has them just 2 points outside the playoffs at the start of the year.